Well, not everybody's in yet, but those that are just started yelling at me. They say, feed me, feed me. It's finally light out, so. And camera's picking up a little bit better than it really is. A few minutes ago it looked pretty decent over there. Now it's better down there. But I'm going to give them a little bit before I feed them. Let a few more come in. Those that are up here are making enough noise, the others will decide, oh, it must be that time of day. So, good Friday morning, everybody. Go rattle Becky's cage because she said she was going to get up this morning and wonder what the heck Blue is doing. Must be something there he decided he likes. Don't know why. Up here because the sun's shining through, I couldn't see the camera. I couldn't see them from standing down there. So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, there's your Ruby back there, like normal. Looks like the flies are a little thick this morning, too. She is covered. Huh. Only thing we can figure is, I mean, the garlic's helping. The back rubber obviously helps, but we think most of them are walking through the middle. And the middle's got to be tied up, or they can't get through there without tying it down. So if they'd walk to one side or the other of that, they would get some fly control on them. Yeah, talking about you. Because you're the worst one I can see. Anyway, I'm kind of stalling. I really don't feel like climbing in that frickin' baler and trying to grind a bunch of weld off. Although I generally don't grind weld off, I cheat. I use the cutoff wheel and find where the crack is, figure out which way it's going, and just cut it out. What do you think, Brat? Oh, yeah, he's not really a brat. He's actually pretty decent for a bull, but the nice thing is he lets me scratch on him. Don't you, buddy? Yeah. You don't like that at all. She doesn't like it at all either. Do you? Okay, well, I guess I better quit stalling because it's going to start getting kind of warm underneath in the baler with the sun coming into the shop. Hey, look, Wednesday's paper with today's paper. Huh, folded together. Must mean they were just too lazy to do it on Wednesday, I guess. I don't know. I think Mom was going to call him and complain. Anyway, thought I'd show you that. She actually got her paper. Give you a little sunshine. Good morning, Blakely!
So TT did piggies for the first time ever.
Look at that!
So not perfect piggies, but
Where's
we
my
got
smile?
piggies.
Where's my smile? Gooby butt.
Hey, who's that?
Little.
Hey, Blakely. And a Blakely's.
Man,
who's
my
that?
whistle ain't working.
There's Grandpa.
Yeah, good morning.
There's Grandpa.
You'd fit in here way better than me. Leave the cord alone,
Oh,
please.
shit.
Step, baler step, toolbox. And yes, I am in here. Hopefully this doesn't flip around. See my feet? Yay. Give you an idea here. I leaned into this a second ago just to see how wide it is compared to me. My shoulders go from the middle of that to about here. I do not fit very well. I had a hell of a time getting into grind, but I got at least a V into where it was cracked and cleaned up a bunch of the rust on the rest of the weld, and I just bridged the living shit out of it. I know, there's a couple little divots in the top one. Tough shit because I'm not going back over it. There's, oh hell, there's at least 5 layers, if not 7 or 8. I was trying to think of what I could do to help stiffen that up so it might not rust again. And really the only thing is bridge it. Just keep bridging it. And some might complain about the looks of that weld. To those of you that complain, you don't frickin' know. I'll tell you why. Because one, I'm doing it sideways at about arm's length. And two, we run CO2. We don't run an argon mix. The reason we run a CO2 is that root weld in there is penetrated about 3 times farther than even a 10% argon mix will penetrate. So we sacrifice beauty for sturdiness. I've had people, oh God, your welds. Yeah, come weld the shit I weld and use what we use. I really probably should have had the air hammer in here and relieved that as I went, but I didn't. I figured just keep the son of a bitch hot and keep it going and hopefully be done with it. But now I got to figure out how to get out of here because I am wedged between the flywheel.
Basically where I've been wedged.
There's the flywheel. That's the cross piece. My leg is over as far as it can go between those. Anyway, gonna throw a little paint on it. And unfortunately that one doesn't say a color on it. Oh, that's one reason, Rust-Oleum versus...
Well, it's the only thing I could read, so.
That's okay. There's not much left in that one. It might be enough to do it. If not, I'll go over it with that. And I think it's actually very close. Closer than what the caps indicate anyway.
Yes, they are closer than what the caps are. That's all they have.
So, I'm going to throw some paint on it and get the hell out of here. Well, there was enough in that one can to get it covered. And I can hold my hand there. I can't hold my hand any closer. So yeah, things are warm. Let them cool off. Maybe the stress will relax. And now I got to crawl underneath the pickup and weld underneath there. Yay! We're getting part of the story. And yes, Ty covered somebody's ears and then she was yelling, Mama!
Yeah!
So, I just got done welding. Ty came out, so...
Well, she was standing right here with her
Blakely
hand on the
could
gate.
see the cows.
And cows were right here, and then he just came up from the bottom over here, cut across the whole creek bed, and started beelining it.
Time I got out of the
So I
shop, the heifers were chasing him across the bottom.
And
he
then the
ended
cows
up-
just stood there and fucking looked at him. I don't know how the hell he made it around the 5 cows and where he did.
He ended up in a little 3-corner piece and was up too high where I had the neighbor's house in the way. But he come across and right up here in the shade. That's, 2 1/4, 250 yards. He wasn't moving right when he left,
No.
but he was hauling ass. He's long gone in there
Hi,
somewhere.
Mama.
Ty says I got him in the leg anyway.
He did. Fucking leg is
Yeah.
all the way up here as tight as he could get it.
Say at that distance, and see there's a house there, and he was right there in the shade, this side of the fence. And there's
Hey, dumb
another
shit.
house
Can you get
there.
out of that fucking feeder or are you stuck?
I didn't want to raise too freaking much, so.
We got a little cat stuck.
Oh yeah, calf in the feeder. We gotta get some bales in anyway. That's the bad thing about these feeders. They can get in,
Blue?
but they can't really get out. By golly, he made it out. It's the one with the dark nose. That's Dancer's kid.
Let him eat the rest of what's in
And
there.
yeah, we'll either feed this afternoon or in the morning.
Well, we gotta clean it anyway.
I just cleaned it, you doomus. Oh.
Don't be a dickhead to me.
What do you think, Blakely?
I forgot that you just cleaned it the other day.
Oh, now you'll say hi.
Yeah. Say hi, Mama Moose. Mama Moose. Baby Moose.
I feel like they're actually going to rest up and make their way out. Yep, twins are over there in the corner.
Yeah, you took pictures with them, remember?
Grease Monkey decided since there was room to get the ladder around now, she'd see if those for the roller would take any grease.
Yeah, well, the grease monkey thinks we should take it down.
They don't take any grease. She thinks we're going to take that down. That's heavy. I don't want to drop that son of a bitch. I always use loader for that. Unfortunately, where this one doesn't have the ejector, it also does not have the hydraulic cylinder to raise and lower the pickup. Would be nice. It'd be really nice. Uh-oh. Oh, there it turns. I got a feeling they're just bushings. I got a feeling they're just packed full of shit.
I think I'm spinning it.
So, and I messed around with the pickup. I got the hoses backwards, but the cylinder does go full travel both directions. But when it's fully extended, it does not take the pressure off to be able to get the pin out to allow the pickup to come down. So, and actually part of that could be because the rubber bumper on that is pretty well worn, shall we say. So, I mean, maybe, good thing that would hold it up higher. That'd be backwards. No. Anyway, I don't know what the heck. I really don't. Figure that out in a little bit. And I'm thinking it's probably hot enough out there now that I'm not going to get tired to pump that oil in. She's laughing at me.
I mean, I can.
This just means maybe I'll see what I got to do to get that 3-point off. That shouldn't be too hard.
We can pump the oil and then wait in the morning. That way we're not trying to get attacked by fucking bees because I walk past and
I
fucking
ain't
trying to
worried.
attack me.
Them bees have been fine. They haven't bothered me a bit.
You haven't come out there with the torch either, buddy.
The torch ain't going to be near them. What she's worried about is the whole time I've been working on the front of this thing, on that side, wasps are going in and out of the tube. But they haven't bothered me any. But looking at what I got to do this, I got to take 2 bolts out on that angle iron piece that holds the top link, because that ain't going to stay here. I ain't going to leave that piece hanging. None of that crap is coming off. And then get this held up by the skid steer, which I can't get the skid steer there with that there at the moment, but I can move that. And then get the torch out. So, anyway. And Ty and I have both noticed something today. I noticed it long before she got here this morning. I smelled like somebody had a fire and put it out. And that was before doing anything at all to it this morning.
I forgot to tell you.
Oh no.
The scale house was open this morning. And they're behind the scale house. And guess what? We're hauling all those bales off.
Huh. It just means they got to go out the other way. Because most of them will run down 47 and they don't have to go 26 and pass the scales. Or,
The majority of them are going.
or they
26.
take their lumps and... Anyway,
Always going towards Washington.
now where was I?
The smell and the smoke.
Oh, yeah. And the only place it was basically I was sitting in a chair about right here. I walked outside, no smoke anywhere, didn't smell it at all outside. I don't know what the heck. But then she walks in.
Both times I was underneath.
And she
There's a
smelled
lot
it.
of part of it now.
I mean, I can understand after because all the welding I did in there, there may be something that smells a little now, but I don't know.
Well, and it was only with the direction that the wind picked up.
So, kind of weird. And, yeah, we can't do it here. Can't open the sides till we get it all the way out, but we still got to get twine in it.
Well, let's get your order, buddy.
Oh, you want to go ahead and pump that now?
The fucking bears
I
just
guess-
anyway.
I guess I better get the elevator for her then.
Yeah.
Lines to a freaking cheapy piece of shit barrel pump. And it goes through the filter and 90 degree and the pipe off of it. And we keep it capped with a brass cap when not in use so it stays clean. And the only thing that has been used for is high tran. So, no worries, eh? And she's getting it. There's a screen in the top of the tank, so she's got to go slow so it doesn't bubble back up. She might be going too slow, I don't know, but I can hear it in the tank. There you go, there's your view. Everybody wanted to see her butt. I can look at the filter. There's the bees flying across in front of the screen.
It's sweaty, by the way.
Yeah, she's sweaty. She said she was already sweaty, so it didn't matter.
It's dripping down the back anyway.
She's gonna have swamp ass off the back of her neck down. Ready for the fun part. Taking the hot rinse to those arms and hoping that I don't wear something heavier than me. Well, it ain't heavier than me, but it might be. Either way, too heavy to get landed on. Yeah, I know the cuts aren't the best. I couldn't get in the right spot to be comfortable to do it. And that one was the worst one. I thought it was the best. Well, this one went really well. I just didn't get it burned through at the bottom all the way through. So I had to go back and redo it. So there's more slag. And that one, I just had trouble with that one all the way through. Just under halfway up, you see that's all goobered there? Yeah, it's all the farther it cut through the first time. So anyway, it's off. That's just temporary for right now. Do something better tomorrow. Ty's decided she's gonna go. I don't blame her. I need me a page marker. Page marker. Because I'm gonna take this in and see what I can figure out on the console. Ty did figure out how to get it from Spanish to English. Beyond that, I have no freaking clue. So, there it is for now. And I think they got Mom's sprinkler system figured out. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you all had a great Friday. Hope everybody has a great Saturday. And we got to do something with the chain without the quick hitch on holding those arms out. They're in all the way, so just means we adjusted a link or two and see what it does. It's kind of a fun one to do anyway.